And greetings dear comrades of the Soviet Republics and all the fans of this great game, Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. My name is Forzion and tonight, I have another stream. Not a long one, hopefully. We know how it goes. I want to stream for hour and a half and then it's 3, 4, 5. But today's plan is to stream maybe for like 2, maybe less hours. Like 2 months in game is my goal for today. And so we are at the beginning of March, and the end of April may be the marking point for the end of the stream. So there are a couple of things I'm looking forward and I would like to change, and those are the way how I am creating titles for the streaming of this series. Because many people who make videos for Workers or Resources Soviet Republic or any other games, they make videos and they have the hindsight in their favor, so they already know what is coming. But me playing live, not knowing even how long the stream will take, what else can be done, what issues we will run into, I don't know what will the subject of the stream be. So I was considering that maybe it would make sense to start calling the streams by dates, and that means we will keep the numbering at the beginning because we have plenty of space there, but we may have the start of the stream date, which means in this case it's March 2059, and maybe we can add something to it, like 1 word, 2 words, whatever. There's not that much room. I would have to change the name of the game, the stream as a whole, because now there is the long title Workers and Resources Soviet Republic, and the new Hurmania is not the shortest too, and I have about 40 or 50 ish. Yes, we are expanding almost 60 letters from the available title length for YouTube, which allows only 100 words. But if we would keep with the dates, then everything else can be put into the description. So now we will wait until it loads in, because when I tried to load it in last time it crashed. And there may be something in my Republic which causes the stutter, and as my computer has a lot of things to do, it has some issues. Just right now don't have the resources to buy a new one. So now it looks like we are now loaded in properly, but we need to wait at the beginning of the stream. Okay, so from that, what was the initial? We need to see what I need and what we want. Looks like we will be able to get some train sets soon. That will be useful, at least. That will help also. And we have some vehicles here in making. We bring you there. Yeah, you should change color into that. We are going to work in that one. Sooner or later we will need to automatize all our construction offices if we will get into the update, which will require maintenance. So, and then the auto search feature will be even more important than it was before. We have some trees here, so that will be one thing. But one thing I am missing is that we did not go through the stats last time, and I forgot about that, so this may be a good opportunity to do so. So we are going to jump into stats at the beginning of the stream and together see how the economy is doing. And I will also need a screenshot from the storages, which we can do first. Screenshots. I don't expect many people to be watching this time, but there may be people who will be watching in future as the stream is available publicly, so people can watch. It's not the same as when you are live, because you just cannot react that easily and there are not that many comments. So the most important about this channel and this gameplay is that I want to create the content that people can enjoy, but not trying hard to make the content for the sake of making the content. I would like to have it in a way that I enjoy the game, I enjoy the play, and people can enjoy together with me what I'm doing. And while we are progressing, we can learn together. So that can be pretty useful, so for some people, even especially when I have some insider information. Time to time, maybe this weekend we can have a look on that's low, how we are doing with the current update and check the features shortly. But it's not in a stage when you can play with that much. It's playable, but not for a long-term series, and I don't want to start that much in the Republic because of that. I just don't have the time to do all things together, because there are many activities and many projects, and there are things that are more important than this game is for me, because I'm not the developer of the game, even though I support the development team. and help with that. But there are really more important things to take into consideration. So we need to bear with that in mind. That my time to stream and play is a little bit on the limited side. Or maybe 10 to 20 hours a week at best. Even that is a little bit too much. Maybe 10 hours or 12 should be the limit. But you know, things are as they are, so let's do first our predictions, if we are already in this one, because that will show us how are we doing economically. So we this last year, and we need production. So food production 136. We are at efficacy, 40% of efficacy. And what is efficacy? Because that's new. I added that recently. And the 100% is when we can produce 80% of our capacity. So that's, I consider being efficient if you can go up to 80% of total production capacity, because there are disruptions, delays, logistical issues, worker issues, whatever. So to keep that high the whole year is kind of challenging. And you can see already that we had some disruptions there with food and meat, because we were rebuilding that roundabout. And electronics are currently at 107%, but they are 107% because we are importing the Soviet displays for our TVs. Alcohol did not make it to first page again. It has no value to make it there. Chemicals. That is a number I like to see. 2240. So we went up. Now we are at 90%, but still not enough. We would need way more than that. We are always short with chemicals in our republic. Oil is so cheap that you cannot even show that. So cheap, but even then it's quite expensive. And crops. We have 360. Yeah. So now we can go for the historic values. Yeah, Soviet this I think North Korea is too far, maybe from Vietnam or something like that. But we need to import this place. I don't know who are the neighbors. They just designate themselves as Soviets. They don't tell us what nationality they are. Profit loss. Exports. But trust me, those are high quality Soviet displays, not some B class. Yeah, but there's also not only Samsung, there's also LG. And imagine China took over BenQ. Importing dollars 249,280. How many colors? Oh, I think there are somewhere about 60 million colors. But oh, shades of red. Because you know how it is, there's that that 50 shades of grey, we have 60 million shades of red. The red color. Yeah, again got some growth. And it is thanks to those displays. But you know, you don't have to manufacture all the goods. We are living in an open economy. And we need to suffer because of that, because inflation is out of our control. Just thanks to our Soviet comrades in Soviet Central Bank, who are printing money like crazy. We have 10% inflation because of that. Why? Oh, all of a sudden there is less inflation. I absolutely don't understand. And the crime we had. Did not have a limitation. Wow, it was possible. And again the crime rate went down. Interesting that we are keeping with that quite steadily. Yes, I track crime because I need to know if there is something wrong. Because when you realize just by accident it's too late. So once a year to check that number. Don't go deeper though. And if I get a way how to do it simply, I will track even more things. Because how else way can you analyze if the game works at different scenarios if you don't have some kind of models how to do that? And mainly it provides data for future estimates. So we had 5% of growth of population, productivity went up by 15%, and we have quite negative numbers there. Other growths. Because some things I just don't want to see growing that much. It's the I count the total crime and the percentage is year over year. I just check how much the number which you have here in the stat, and last year the total reported crimes, how many were there. I don't go into to it granularly to get all the types, because mostly I just want to know if these numbers stay at 0 or close to 0 to avoid any growth, unnecessary growth of crime. So when we are coming to our future nuclear power plant, we will need a fire station here. Just no way around it. I did not change anything. I stay with default even people tell it's not necessary. So I have the default sentences. But if you have more than one courthouse you can change it, but I have the default one and it works for now. We can use some workers from prisons. Sorry. No finished vehicles there, we are making some here. So what I was thinking about that we can do next. In that short time. We can get more roads, of course, that's always a thing to get done. We are getting also up there. That will require some efforts. Still need to work on rising that. Still can do something about slowing the traffic or improving the bus lines in the area. What I like that we now have stable worker situation in our main power plant. No, that doesn't work that way. The longer the sentence is, the higher reduction of personal crime rate there is. But if you have good working prisons, then you can do with less sentences. I just did not change it and did not, because I would have to test it more to see differences. Some people just have their own theories, but nobody puts that into a spreadsheet to test it. And even then, probably I would stick with my situation because it's fine for me. We can build. The main downside of having longer sentences is that you need more prisons. But on the other hand, you can use that workforce in mines or some elsewhere. So we cannot consider that as a waste. Yeah, so we have to prepare some stuff here. Just because later it will not be possible. They have children. They just don't have them in prison. That's the main difference there. But they have children. Their children are in orphanage. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. I did not thought about that here. Not that's one way, no reason to. That one can be I did not really test that. I'm just assuming that somebody thought about that. No, that was possible. Need to go further to the side. Looks okay to me. Maybe that can be